Jong-un, he's such a wicked, crazy person. Oh my God, they mustn't have nuclear weapons because who knows what they'll do. But guess what? Who's the only one who's ever used a nuclear weapon? Wasn't anybody who looked like me. Wasn't any brown man. Wasn't any yellow man.
That's the Nation of Islam. The leader is speaking.
Who dropped
and the military,
an atomic weapon,
militant guards around
Hiroshima,
him,
killing 150,000 people instantly, and hundreds of thousands over the years, millions over the years, through the fallout of nuclear contamination. And when that bomb dropped, not long after the Second World War, when that bomb dropped, America said, wow, it's wonderful, it works. Let's do it again. And so they dropped another one on Nagasaki. These are crazy, sick people.
Yes,
the Japanese were in no way threatening the West. But the dropping of those two weapons was to send a message to the rest of humanity that we are the boss. We're in charge. And if you step out of line, we can annihilate you. Because this is the mentality of might makes right. This is the mentality of white supremacy.
Like that
In the Middle East,
their right hand and their elbow is hiding the
before
weapon.
Balfour and his declaration, before 1948 and the imposition of Israel in that region, there were Jews living in that land, indigenous Jews, alongside indigenous Arabs and Muslims, alongside indigenous Christians. And guess what? They got on very well. It was a beautiful place where all of these people lived together. And the Jews, by the way, were a very small minority among the Christians and the Muslims. And
you never know horse riding go on in the park as well.
The Europeans, so-called Jews, decided to flood into that area. All hell broke loose because they didn't come into the area community. They came to dominate. They came to take over. They came to destroy what was there and to replace it with their own. This is the reality of what is happening today. And so, you know, the history of European interference in all parts of the world is really, really sick and really, really diabolical. In 1953, the CIA, along with the British and others, they engineered a coup in Iran to overthrow the then, 1953, the then democratically elected president of that nation, Mohammad Mossadegh, and to install a puppet monarch who they called the Shah of Iran in order to get more or less free oil from that region through the auspices of a British company. This is what Europeans do. This is what Caucasians do. This is your history all around the world. Now today, you want to point the finger at Iran. Sorry, I beg your pardon. You want want to point the finger at Iran as the troublemaker in the region. Iran as the one who is threatening everybody. But the last time I looked, Iran is in its own region. I don't know why America should have over 800 bases, military bases, all around the planet in other people's countries. Why is this? Who are you that you believe that you have a right to go around the world and police the world and dominate the people of the world? How long do you think, to use modern language, how sustainable is that? Well, I can tell you, it's completely unsustainable and it's rapidly coming to an end. You are witnessing, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that we are witnessing the unraveling of a once great nation, namely America and Britain. America and Britain are joined at the hip, they're joined at the head, and they're joined at the heart. They are one and the same. There is no separation between them. And according to Sleepy Joe Biden, according to Joe, Israel and America, there is no light between them. They're one and the same. And he's not lying. It is true. And when you examine what you see the Europeans doing in their support of Israel and in their complicity in the war crimes and in the genocide, make no mistake, you are looking at an entity which incorporates all of them. Israel could not do what it's doing right now without the absolute complicity of America. It really makes me sad sometimes when I look at some of my Arab, Muslim brothers and sisters, because one of the greatest mistakes that you make is that you think, listen to me carefully now, Arabs, even some of you Pakistanis who are Muslims, your mistake is that you have fallen for the doctrine, the false doctrine of white supremacy. And many of you, you dream of being white. You wish you were white.
Like Michael Jackson,
you really wish that you could integrate yourself into the West and become accepted and a part of the whole thing. And whenever you are able to convert a white man into Islam, you're so excited. You're so happy because this is my white brother. But this is a mistake on your part. And the Palestinians are learning a very painful lesson.
Earth is flat.
Because when you look at a Palestinian, many Palestinians, if you stood a Palestinian up next to a white British man, many of them, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference who's who.
Water.
But the Caucasian, the white
listen
man,
to the white master to tell us that there's
he is so intrinsically racist.
So if water is level, earth
He
is
is
flat,
so-
if you put
he is so
water on a
hateful.
flat surface, will the water run?
He is so hateful
got to have
It
a,
have
it's got
to
to be
leave.
contained.
It
of
have to leave.
anything
Why doesn't it run off the ball?
that doesn't
Now,
resemble
now,
him.
if you put water in a ball, it run off the ball.
Italians
Exactly.
become
Yeah, because
dangerous.
the earth is a ball. That's why the water run on it.
They'll have a name
should
for
all
you.
run
When I
to the
cut
bottom.
it, I
You've
will
got a little
start.
olive in your skin.
Should all
You're
run
a
to the bottom
Dago.
then.
You're a grease ball. They will find a
Make a
way.
cut it and then we start
This
to
is
prove
the
it.
racism of the Caucasian. And you
Me have
Arabs,
stirred the money.
you make
And then
a
the
terrible
turn
mistake when you think that they're going to embrace you and accept you